And I'm here with
Greg,
how y'all doing? How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right.
And everybody that was out there that missed it last week or this first weekend, whatever this last weekend was. Happy Fourth. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. Big stuff about Bud Light right now. They
Mm,
are not Bud Light, Budweiser. They put out a new promotion about how they help Folds of Honor and stuff like that, and people come back and said, "Don't use American soldiers after you've done giving money to this, that, and the other, and Mulvaney and all this stuff." And I mean, they just bad backlash this week. So,
yep.
been crazy. A lot of boat wrecks. A lot of people got injured. A lot of people have passed. A lot of fatalities using fireworks. And pretty much all of Dallas is like shooting each other and killing each other, and Fort Worth. So amazing weekend. Every time I turn on the news, especially if you have Newsbreak, because Newsbreak does. I know you sent it to me, and so I've downloaded it, which is actually great because it's an independent journalist app that we get our news from because it's local, and I mean so local that if something happens, I usually know it before Channel 8 does. So
There's
it's
also
like, damn.
there's a couple other people we need to hook up like that are local, like real local, and one of them, high school kid over here in Mesquite, that he's always at stuff that's happening before the news people get there.
That's awesome.
So,
Especially if he likes to go into journalism and that kind of stuff.
so I got a question.
I am not Radio Shack. I don't know if I have an answer, but we will try. And the younger
So,
generation, you don't get it. It's
investigation, big investigation, news story, talkity talk about it. Everybody's looking, blah 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 blah. They found a bag of cocaine in the
I
White.
was just fixing to say cocaine in the White House.
I want to know, since it was in a plastic bag, whose fingerprints are on the plastic bag.
Well, fuck it. Everybody knows whose it is.
I know whose it is, but I can't say that because,
We all know it's Hunter's. He
well,
came to the damn White House for the 4th of July party, and his probably widowed sister or what, fuck girl, whatever she was, and they probably snorted some cocaine and fucked in the bathroom or whatever, and he forgot his cocaine in there or something. Eh,
either that or that's what they're propping Joe up with on the days he makes a good speech.
kind of.
Where he's at.
I don't know if he's ever made a good speech, but
Well, good
it
for him.
allows him to talk in the public, just like he said earlier that. Have you seen the news and read the headlines that I'm doing great talking about Afghanistan? No, you didn't. We are trying to investigate to get you out of there because of that shit.
My
You
favorite was
you
his.
you put American soldiers' lives at risk for absolutely no reason and just ditched people that shouldn't have been ditched and people that were. He doesn't understand what it was like over there. You know,
He doesn't care.
he doesn't care anyway. But we had Iraqis and Afghanis that helped us. That if they went home, they were going to kill them, their
Yep.
families. I'm talking about not just their kids and wives, their mothers, their dads, their brothers, their
Yep.
sisters, because they're very family oriented over there. So I mean, it's not just something to take lightly because they have a lot of intel on the Americans. They have, stuff like that, and they're going to try to get that intel before,
Well, you got to remember, this is the same president who, what was it, 2 weeks ago,
like,
gave
say,
gave a speech and said, "We will not stand for Putin's brutal war in Iraq."
oh, and if Monster ever watches this, hey, Monster Energy, zero sugar cases. I'll send you my address. Come on. I just woke up. I had to have some kind of energy to do this.
I understand.
I got a call yesterday from the VA.
And they said, "You're fat."
No, they said use your CPAP or we're going to take it away from you and your money. I
Uh
said, shit. I hate that damn thing. So she says she's going to give me a new mask, though, where it just goes over my nose.
huh.
Not the nasal pillows that go in, just one that goes right over my nose.
Dude, the new one they gave me, it goes right up under your nose like this. and then it covers your mouth, and it's got two little holes, so you can breathe through your nose,
Mm-mm. That
but breathe through your mouth too.
that don't make any sense because the whole okay.
It's like a full face, but it's like nasal pillows and full face had a baby.
I can understand that because if you do your the old I think the EMT are still outlawed from it. The old what was it called? PPI or whatever, the lung inflator that we did.
Oh,
And everybody was blowing their lungs out. It'd make their lungs explode because it would positive pressure intubation is what it was, PPI. And it basically shoots oxygen into your lungs and does.
yeah.
And if you do it too long, it's and you got a hole in your lungs. You now caused a pneumo and hemothorax, but god damn it, they can't breathe still, so it doesn't matter. You just basically killed them. Congratulations, you added insult to injury, or
Yep.
really injury to injury or death to injury, whatever.
So
But veteran news has been crazy this week. Oh, what you got, Greg? I'm sorry, you said so.
I was just, I don't know where I was going. I've had a long day. My brain is mush. I
Hey,
have
I,
cured I have cured many a piece of a kitchen equipment today.
oh yeah, veteran news has been a little different. Um, damn it, I was looking for that website I found the other day or earlier. There was a pretty good website that they were doing different things for veterans,
Mm-hmm.
and it just outlined everything for them for their benefits and stuff. Um, and then there's this one for Texas, and that does the Texas Veteran Commissioning and Housing Program, and it gives you the Texas State Veterans benefits and discounts. But this was from 2018, and it talks about veteran state homes, and that's another thing I do want to talk about. Veteran state homes are amazing. Um, my mom can actually get into one because of my dad.
That's
And
cool.
my dad could have went, but he didn't want to give up his dogs or whatever. Something I don't. He doesn't want to give up his damn freedom, is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess he just didn't want to give up what he's worked for his whole life, which I can understand. You know, you
Yeah.
work for your house and your land, and you've worked that thing for 25 years, and then all of a sudden they want you to give it up and come into the home, and
Well, I mean,
you want to have your plans ready and all this other stuff for your elderly age, which dad didn't want to do it. But there's a lot of older veterans, younger veterans, veterans' wives,
mm-hmm.
uh, it's good for.
Yeah.
They don't, it's kind of, it keeps them off the street, but usually it's like an assisted living nursing home style state home.
Yep.
And it just keeps the older vets from, gives them somewhere to go. And but damn, dude, them state homes got a waiting list.
Yep.
And it is just sad because, like the whole thing in uh California, but we're going down to September, and I'm gonna go try to see that where the university is, where they all tried to take over that land and stuff, so I can be on ground looking at it and exactly what they're talking about with the VA over there.
Yeah.
Um, damn, I lost it. Anyways,
One of us is getting old.
talk about the state homes in that area. It was the Louisiana State Home. It was next to the VA. They gave the land and blah 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 blah. We talked on the podcast months before. Don't care. Look back, find it. Not gonna redo it right now. But yeah, I mean that's a big thing with Texas. Like any state home for veterans, and you have to look because every state is different on their policies and this, that, and the other, and every home's different. I mean,
Well, we
that's
talked.
just like going to Betty Crocker's and Little Debbie's. It's two different people. It's two different they have two different styles, they have two different things, and they allow two different, one might allow pets and one might not. One might allow dogs under 40 pounds and one might not allow, one allows, only service dogs, whatever. So if you're looking into state homes, dependents, surviving spouse dependents also, uh, yes, they qualify. That's absolutely an amazing benefit for them. VA benefits. If you don't get VA benefits and you're looking for it and you need help, we got a lot of this, guys. Hey, go over the benefits, go over the benefits, go over the benefits, the medical benefits. Yeah, we kind of specialize in medical because we're both medical people. We've always been medics, and hell, that's what I've got a degree in. Greg, you got a lot of experience in it, working with the VA, telehealth, and everything. But uh, fuck whatever. I don't care. I just woke up. Leave me alone.
The thing
I
about
wasn't going to take a nap. I was just going to lay down and wait on Mel to go to work, and then shit, next thing I know is she's like, "Hey, you got a podcast in like 10 minutes." Oh shit, I got to get up. But yeah, no. Oh, the reason we don't do VA benefits, combatcraig.com. Look him up on YouTube, Combat Craig. That guy is absolutely amazing. He says he's an intermediate level, but I'm gonna say he's more of a advanced, not quite master. He does a lot more stuff like that, and he does his own research and stuff, and he just basically puts it out there. So anything you look at, you can go to combatcraig.com, to his website, or you can go to his YouTube and have any questions. There's that. There's VA benefit above videos. There's 7 or 8 different veterans out there that does, has different styles of telling you how to do it. So do that for them. And no, I'm not saying that because I'm getting anything from him. Fuck. Anyways, I'm getting anything from him because I don't even know the guy, but he has helped me. And if y'all haven't noticed, I do look like I got punched in the eye. So that's my style. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. But anyways, you said something great, bud?
no, I was just gonna say, it's the benefits thing is something you kind of have to specialize in because you really have to research every letter of the law, so to speak.
Yeah.
You and I had talked about that before, where different states have different, policies and so forth, and that's good in one respect. But like I was saying, across the board, certain things should be, more, uh,
Uniform.
more uniform. More standing orders, so to speak. Like the situation I had where I was in Montana, and they prescribed me shoes. I came home to Texas. They told me I couldn't get shoes right then, but they'd get them later. Then they changed their mind and gave me inserts. And then this last time I went in, they were like, "Oh, well, we changed our requirements. We can't make you the custom made inserts now because you don't have condition X, Y, and Z. You just got one leg shorter than the other and a bad foot." And then, oh, if you want shoes, you have to be a diabetic in danger of you losing a limb. Like, this makes no sense. Those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Montana.
Well,
Montana has, at their headquarters, has housing that the workers there can rent to live in, but Texas doesn't have that.
that's ridiculous.
Because whether people realize it or not, a GS7 don't make that much money. And there's places you can be a GS7, and even with the locality pay, you can't afford to live.
Yeah, it's kind of.
But
I have no idea what all this is on Discord. Or Discord, we got like messages and this, that, and the other, and says you got messages on Discord, and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know how to use Discord, so I put us on there. So if you're watching, congratulations, you know more about this stupid shit than I do.
but
All I see is a picture. It says live, 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 live.
I do I do want to put something out there, man. And you and I talked about this the other day. When I, found this homeless vet guy that I've been trying to get back over there and check on, and we need to try to get him moving somewhere. And I look on the website for the VA, and I see one homeless vet coordinator for the entire state of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're a state that's nearly the size of the country of Australia, and we have one homeless vet coordinator.
Yeah. Well, now, okay, you got one homeless vet coordinator for the state, but each county,
But
that's like,
I couldn't find the county. That's what I'm saying.
um, look under the Veteran Resource Center. I think we discussed this before. If not, let me know. I'll give you Delgado's number. I mean, not Delgado. Domingo. Domingo. Domingo is the one that he took over as a adjutant at the VFW.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Jeremy took over as surgeon, so he took over as adjutant, and he's the veteran homeless veteran guy here in Dallas County.
Okay.
So he works with the VRC, the Veterans Resource Center, right there, next to the hospital. And
I think I've met
maybe
him.
I'll reach out to him and see if there's something that, get up there and talk to him, and maybe the VRC. I need to reach out to Mallory again and see where she's at and what she's doing, because Mallory is the TVLB lady, and she did want to have an interview and put it onto the podcast and the page and stuff like that. And hopefully this next week or two I'll be a little more active here, but um, I don't see that happening considering everything that's just going to be going on. Man, crazy,
Non
crazy, crazy, crazy.
non veteran related, but question. What do you think about this push for the current administration to uh, what is they're trying to do? They're trying to make it so that you cannot hunt or fish on government land.
Federal regulated land anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think that's fucking stupid, because then you're going to have soldiers right now. Yeah, that's retarded, because that's where their game management comes in. They're
right,
not understanding how land management works.
right.
Because if you don't take out some of the population of those animals, they get overpopulated.
They get
Then
sick.
they start moving into your municipalities and your less rural areas, and then that's when you start having issues, wrecks from deer hitting cars, snake bites, alligators eating dogs, like in South Carolina it ate that woman. New York, I mean, God's punishing America because they just had like 50 sand sharks on New York Beach and like 4 attacks in 2 days, which is like a new fucking record apparently.
Well,
I'm like,
you,
you're playing with death anyway in the salt water.
you heard what you heard what they did in Alaska, right?
No, sir, I'm sorry.
The federal government canceled the salmon season.
Oh, so salmon prices are fixing to go like $800,000 a pound.
Not just recreational, commercial. The only
Yeah,
people out is the natives, and that's because that's how they get their food. But they canceled the whole salmon season this year.
I was on a Facebook group, Meat Hunters or something like that, and it was really interesting because they had a guy there that does a hunting ranch in Africa, and he was showing his animals, and then like he took an elephant, like no, he took a giraffe. That's what it was, and people were throwing a fit, and he was like, "Look." He's like, you do not understand how overpopulated these are right now, and they are killing all of our deer, our native everything. They're destructive and they're mean. Everybody's like, oh, look at this beautiful animal with this long ass neck. They stomp the shit out of everything. he was like, they kill everything. They're horrible, horrible animals to have right now. And they were just, so they had to go out there and they shot, I think, 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
And it was just a population control thing. It wasn't like, hey, we're gonna go take out this whole fucking herd.
Right.
No, we went out there. They went out there. They shot like, I think three, and they had to be like bulls, and um, I think they took two bulls and a female, and they were like the teenage ones. So they
They,
weren't the babies, but they weren't full grown.
right. They weren't
So
yet.
I guess generationally they had too many then,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they came back they saw, so they shot them. I don't know. It was just one of those things that they were overpopulated or something, and he has some weird deer and some all kinds of neat stuff. And then, anyways, there was a native on there from Alaska, and we were like, bro, you're fixing to go to prison. You just killed a seal. And
Mm-hmm.
he was like, no. It was like, I'm native Inuit. And I was like, dude, that's cool. So what all can y'all eat? He's like, anything. He's
Yeah.
like, I can kill every animal up here because that's all what we've lived on for our whole generation,
Yeah.
our whole lives, over the years. And so they had a big, like, I think it was a seal or whale kill or something. They killed two whales or a bunch of seals or something for the tribe. And he was showing how they cleaned them and all this stuff. I was like, dude, that's pretty cool. I was like, how does it taste? He's like, dude, it tastes amazing.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, okay. But it's weird seeing that because a lot of people don't understand that they still have those rights, which is awesome because that's their culture. That's all they've ever known. They're
Right.
not going to go down to the road to Walmart and buy a fucking $25 pound of beef.
Mm.
They're going out there, they're going to kill their meat and they're taking it back to their tribe or their house or their villages or their huts or whatever they have up there, because of most of it's reservation and native land. So they
Mm.
still live like they have their whole existence far back. And that's really cool that culture's up there has not really been touched by the
So,
Americans really much,
so the
or
admin,
any other
so,
outside human interaction besides
so,
culture.
so this last few months alone, so the administration is going after hunting and fishing on federal land.
Yep.
They've canceled the salmon season. Oh, and wait, they found a way to close down our West Texas oil fields. There's some freaking spike-toed brown lizard that lives in West Texas, and they're trying to declare it an endangered species so that you can't drill in its area, which is
Okay.
almost all of it West Texas.
Okay. Let's see what Governor Abbott has to say about that.
Well, and they're trying to file a lawsuit against the state of Texas for trying to establish its own border patrol.
Oh yeah, Well, the reason they're doing lawsuits against Texas is because Texas stupid ass, like Governor Abbott, announced a special session to figure out what to fucking do with $17.1 billion extra in the budget for the taxes from
Yeah,
school taxes.
yeah.
That's real simple. I have to still pay fucking school taxes. I don't have a kid in school up here. Okay, my kid's gone. But why in the hell do I have to pay it? Especially me being 100%. I get all my property taxes gone, but I still have to pay fucking school tax, which is almost $1,000 on mosquito a year.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
the whole fucking reason me getting my 100% and taking off the damn income taxes, so I didn't have to pay the damn.
well.
But Mesquite, oh no, Dallas County is broke as fuck and they're greedy. I can't wait for this. What's that new black guy that was running today? Damn, I was reading his shit, man. He is looking at criminal justice reform through Dallas County like a motherfucker. I was like, you got my vote. You already said reform and Dallas County in the same motherfucking sentence. I am down.
Well,
Because he's trying to figure out where all
uh,
that money went and stuff. And I was like, he's not going to win. He's coming
former
from the outside unit. He's not going to win. But maybe he does. Hopefully he does.
former Sheriff Felipe Valdez is running again for sheriff.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes. And then there's another female that was running, I believe, for sheriffs in crazy Dallas County right now. What was the one last? damn it, who was it? It wasn't Officer Attorney General. Well, Ken Paxton, yeah, we know he didn't get nobody running against him. That got dropped out because, well, it's Ken Paxton and he's a corrupt piece of shit. Um, damn, there was somebody here in Dallas that I wanted somebody to run against, and I would have just voted against them. And I don't remember who the fuck it was. It was Clerk or something. I don't remember. It was ridiculous. But I told him, I was like, from now on, I'm just gonna write not you. If there's nobody voting against you, I'm writing in not you. I don't give a damn who goes in there, not your sorry ass. Hell, I'll even put me in there. I don't care. I don't want you in there. It'd be bad. I'd put me in. Next thing I know is it's on a fucking ballot, and it's like fucking I'll win some goddamn stupid shit. Don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'll be like, cool. I'm just like the rest of Dallas fucking Congress then.
Well, I mean, look at it.
My money. I want my money in my bank account.
You know, the Dallas City Council. You know, I used to work for the city of Dallas too.
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas City Council members are only required to work like 8 hours a week at being a city councilman.
Mm-hmm.
But they're mad because they don't make enough money, and they pay them like $80,000 a year each. Where do I get a job like this?
Why do you get paid as an elected official?
Well, true, but
I mean, that's just the way I see it. I can, like sheriff, I can understand that. Mayor, you know, yeah, you still gotta be able to pay your bills and shit. Town officials, for what? You city council.
well,
You're like the fucking HOA of the city, except more Karenish. All right. And don't get me wrong. I mean, city council is a good thing because I mean, I've got a buddy that he started on city council, and now I think he's in the Texas legislature. But you know, and he worked his way up, and I agree with about 95% of his policies and the way he talks and everything else. Which me and him, that's how we knew each other is guns and freedoms and blah 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 blah. I know he's not a veteran. He just really nice, super awesome guy. I miss the shit out of him. Haven't seen him in a while, but he started because he wanted to make a difference. And he was tired of the way it was going with all the people moving in and crying and throwing a fit up where he lived up in northern area of Dallas. So he was like, you know what? I was like, dude, this dude's never going to get it. This motherfucker has trolled so much in those rooms under his real name and just started so many debates and bullshit. And then he ran, and then he got it. Because everybody's like, yeah, we know you, dude. We know what you stand for. We agree. So, I mean, he did a lot of good things for the town of Flower Mound, but, he's just moving his way up. I agree with him. I told him, I was like, you need to run for president. He was like, no. But he's just trying to make a difference, and I'm not mad at him. Everybody is. You got to find your legacy out there. My legacy is going to be me probably going out on a Harley with my middle fingers up, getting chased by fucking 40 cops for something stupid. For probably punching somebody in the fucking parking lot for doing something ignorant. But a lot of motorcycle riders this weekend. A lot of motorcycles out. If y'all ride, if you don't ride, keep your head on swivel. Watch for motorcycles, guys. And the ones that get me is there's a lot of wrecks out there. People are like, I don't know how you ride a motorcycle through Dallas. It's real simple. You watch everybody else around you, and most people are pretty courteous with the motorcycle. Now, there was one bitch on 635 that she was doing everything but driving and damn near ran me over. Like, I'm looking at the back of my bike, and she is this far. And she's not even looking at the car. She's doing this. And then next thing I know is she's this far from my bike, and I'm revving up and moving over to the center. median. So if she hits my bike goes that way. And I was pissed. But, you know, uh, it's the street bikes. A lot of, and not all street bikers, because there's a bunch of them that don't, hell, we all speed.
You talking about the street racer bikes?
I'm talking about the street bikes,
Yeah,
the sport bikes, the
yeah.
crotch rockets. There's some of these guys out here, and then they get mad because then they get put on blast and and all they show on their fucking GoPros is what they want to show. They don't show the part where they cut the motherfucker off doing 90 and then brake check the son of a bitch. And then they get mad because they want to jump out and fight him. You goddamn right. If I'm driving down the road and you cut me out because you're doing 90, that's your fault because you're a fucking idiot anyway, and you deserve to slide that bike down the fucking road. I'm not going to stop. Now, if you're going down the road and somebody turns and you have to fucking hit that, you downshift and get in front of me, I'm going to slow down and let you over because it was that idiot's fault. But if you come out in front of fucking 3 lanes of traffic just to be an asshole because you think you can make it and be an idiot, I'm going to help you slide that bike. All that whipping and weaving and in and out. And then he was mad because everybody's like, hey, man, you can't do that. You almost hit my car, bro. And it was downtown Dallas. And he's like, man, fuck you. And then he hit the guy's mirror. And I was like, how are you mad because he called you out for doing something fucking illegal? If you'd have hit my mirror, I'd have shot your stupid ass. Because that's an aggressive act towards me. You hit my mirror. I don't know if you just pull a gun on me or something. I'm going to pop your ass.
It's when you just make a hard left turn.
I'll run your ass over. I don't care. It's just people nowadays
Are
think that they're always in the fucking right. All right? You're not always in the right. You're just ignorant. You're driving like a fucking fool. You're fucking take your time. Leave 5 minutes early.
Constitutional rights are the same as fences. You have the right to do whatever you want within the realm of your rights. But when your rights cross over into my rights, or my rights cross over into your rights, when we both wrong.
Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
No.
I mean, don't go out there looking for no bullshit. But, like, look at all these fucking road rage incidents right now. Dallas has had so many, like a 9,400% increase or some shit in like the last 6 months. I'm like, no wonder. Y'all are having construction everywhere. Traffic, you have to sit 3 hours to go 5 miles.
Well, my last job before this one where I had to go out to neighborhoods and stuff, some days it would take me 3 hours to get to the place I was going to work for 4 hours. Mm-hmm. For no reason other than, TxDOT had the whole year during COVID. They could have rebuilt every fucking highway here and nobody would have bothered them. But they waited till everybody got off of COVID and then decided to close every damn street in Dallas County, not just city of Dallas, Dallas County. Every highway, every street, everything's under,
every fucking interstate. Of course, Interstate 35 is always going to be under construction. They got a contract, it literally says an indefinite contract on that fucking, indefinitely on their contract. Where they start at one end and they work to the other and then they go back and they start over because of the traffic that's on it.
Yeah.
Cool, that's understandable. If you would ever get part of it finished before starting another fucking part. Same thing with 635.
And 75.
And 70. Well, 75 now is under construction.
And 30.
75 between Plano to McKinney Allen area usually doesn't have that much construction unless there's an accident or a work convoy cleaning up the road or whatever. Not too much big deal. But once you get up there past Denison, Sherman area, going up north, there's construction. They're widening the road. Not a big deal because their construction's actually looks pretty good. That's where I actually stretched my bike out for the first time at 120. So I know it'll do 120 at least one time. It might not ever do it again, but It sure as hell did it with me and scared the shit out of me. So I was like, nope, this thing really is fast. I keep seeing these guys talking about I'm running 110. Not on a Harley, you're not. Yeah, yeah, bro. That shit hit 120, and I knew I was still going faster, but the peg wasn't moving. I was like, oh yeah, I'm slowing this bitch down. This scared the hell out of me. Mm-mm. No, but this new one, me and Mel, I really like. It's a 2016 Road Glide Sevo with the 110 motor, and it's black and gray. And they also have a red and gray. So hopefully, March we're looking actually buying another motorcycle. We're going to be trading my Softail in. Just not comfortable for two of us. It wasn't meant to be for two of us. It was going to be mine with her as a part-time rider. Well, now that we're actually starting to ride more and she's enjoying riding with me. And the only problem is with her riding with me, she's not comfortable. So she doesn't want to ride anymore. So now we have to get a bigger bike so we can both be comfortable. And that Sevo has, the dual backrest and heated and cooled seat, heated grips, you know, all the bells and fucking whistles. Motor is chrome, so basically all I'm doing is changing to a little bit bigger bike. And I wasn't gonna get a Road Glide because I was laughing at everybody in CBMA because, or at least our chapter, they keep calling them the Road Glide Mafia because these guys, everybody's got a fucking Road Glide. And I mean, there's a couple like street glides, electric glides, and Fat Boys, Soft Tails, 750s. Because our minimum is 500 cc's. You got to at least have a 500 cc bike, and that's why I say go get that Duke 790. And we, it's just everybody has Indians and stuff like that. There's been crotch rockets up there at nationals and all different kinds of bikes. It's just really interesting seeing everybody's different bikes and taste and stuff like that. But man, they got the Road Glide Mafia in fucking 23-1. Dude, everybody has a Road Glide. So I was like, I'm not getting a Road Glide. So I started looking at the Electric Glide Limited Lows. And I found one I liked, and that's the only one I've ever found I liked. I've rode two or three of them, and that's the only one I really enjoyed. And now I'm like, But the Road Glide, I've set on like three now, and I'm like, man, these motherfuckers, they sit like my Fat Boy, and that's what I like. The Street Glides sit up and down like almost like a Gold Wing, because that's basically what it is. It's the equivalent of the Gold Wing for us, I guess, for Harley. But the Road Glide is more street, sleek, and nice. So I really want a Sevo. I've always wanted a Sevo because they're pretty and they're badass. And if you don't know what Sevo is, it's custom vehicle operations. It's a hand built motor for Harley and stuff. So we'll all learn. And I got my little national shirt, Pikes Peak, Harley Davidson on. Been wearing it all day. I usually like to wear it on Fridays for red, but
Did you ride your bike up Pikes Peak?
I do not take my bike to Pikes Peak. And I'm kind of glad because people got fucking stuck up there because of the snow and the ice on the flash storm.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even go to Pikes Peak. We went to the Garden of the Gods. We went through the mountains, and we rode around. Me and Mel drove around a lot, just different little spots and everything. And we went to little different parks that overlook everything, and so it's pretty. But yeah, I'm not. All the people talking about I was a hike up Pikes Peak. Okay, good luck. Some of them guys were talking about we're gonna race our motorcycles up Pikes Peak. We get up there. I was like, y'all raced up Pikes Peak? Hell no, it's too damn cold. Fuck that. We came in on sleet and snow and everything. Yeah. Yeah. All that talk. Now y'all cold. Y'all ain't doing it. I got that iron butt syndrome. But we are having our nationals next year in Rochester, Minnesota.
Oh,
110,000 people. And you're fixing to put 10,000 more bikers in there.
yeah.
I don't know how good that's going to work out for them, but
Oh well.
um, I'm not worried about it. They're having it downtown next to a fucking hospital. What sense does that make? Oh, we got sick people here, but what is that noise? Oh, it sounds like a lot of rumbling. Why is there 400 motorcycles driving down a road, revving their engines next to the hospital, keeping up patients? Nobody.
Well, it's because the zone around the hospital is a low noise zone. You're not supposed to rev your motor, so that way they can write you tickets. You see, they can make a little money off the deal.
It doesn't matter when you have fucking like 400 motorcycles. It's not, and nobody. You don't have to rev. It's just
Loud, yeah.
the echo through the sky rises and everything else. It's gonna be loud, but I don't know. I don't know who's doing this. I've already seen some of the text messages from our command staff, the CEB, and they're like, "We've called to make our reservations, but nobody knows what the fuck is going on."
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. Welcome to CVMA.
My wife thinks she might want a Can-Am Spider.
Mel wants one.
I told her and Mel should get one so they can ride together.
Mel wants one. And I mean, I was like, and then we started looking at them. There was some at the Nationals, and I was like, those are kind of cool. And one guy was like, I have one too. He's like, just for the comfort factor, because the bike is actually wider.
Yeah.
So when the women sit on it, it's actually made for
Well, that's because it's a snow.
people. Yeah, it's a snowmobile. That's
But-
exactly what the hell that is.
If you look at their limited edition, the one that's got the built-in luggage and everything, that thing is nice. And it's got heated grips, heated seat, reverse.
Yeah,
I
know, but they're $29,000.
Oh, I know.
Now the little, what is it? The Spider Razor or RZR?
It's
The
the
little
Riker.
basic one.
Yeah, the Riker or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Riker or something like that. Now those are only like $6,000-7,000 all day long, but they look like a naked bike. Like the suspension's showing on the front, and I'm like, man, I don't know if that's safe because you hit something and that breaks that damn arm, and you.
Well,
You're
I
done.
think I think
You're
my,
going into a wall.
I think my wife just wants one. So when I get a motorcycle, excuse me. So when I get a motorcycle, she don't have to ride with me because she done said she don't want to ride with me.
I've seen you drive. I do not blame her. I've ridden with you. I do not blame her. And she's probably watching this, and I hope like hell she knows that I'm not going to ride with you. You know, but when we ride a lot with CVMA, I ride like a lot of the funeral details and stuff. I've done a lot of blocker and tail gunner stuff on a couple of the rides, and I really like running tail gunner and blocker. I have a little more freedom back there to move back and forth in the lane, and I'm a little fucking crazy because I don't mind kicking the shit out of a vehicle. But especially if I get the Sevo, boy, it's loud and it's big and clunky. I wish you do hit that motherfucker. That son of a bitch, hit that son of a bitch. It's like going down in a Sherman tank. Boop, boop. It can slide down the road. I'm still holding on. I'm like, I mean, that motherfucker has everything but an airbag that pops up on the side. They actually tried to put that on a motorcycle one time. Didn't work real well, but I was like, at least they're trying to figure out, some way if something happens, they're trying to save a driver or a rider.
Yep.
But they said something about that. The airbag if it skid down the road, the airbag pops anyway, and then it's just, I'm like, well, at least it tried. But then they were talking about if they drop the bike, it deployed, and this, that, and the other, and then you're pretty much screwed. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing.
Well, they've got a rider jacket that has a airbag in it, and you hook to your bike. It's got a pull cord, so if you get thrown off the bike, it just poof.
Yeah, it's like like the boat safety thing, but it also is hooked to your jacket, like like the life vest that you pull and they go. Same principle. Yeah, and I mean that's not bad, but there's a lot of riders out there, me and Mel C, and I'm like, dude, why the hell are you wearing shorts? And all these guys are like, it's so hot out here, and I'm like, dude, you're on shorts and flip flops on a motherfucking Harley.
Mm-hmm.
First off, that is a V twin air cooled engine. It is going to be hot. Second off, I don't ride without jeans. Oh, let's see here. Jeans and boots, short sleeves, and a helmet. I will wear a helmet. I have to wear a helmet. The only time I won't wear a helmet and wear this hat is like if we're in a parade and we're walking the bikes, a lot and just sitting around and we don't get over for like 10 miles an hour. That's fine. But if we're out, on the
Right.
road, my ass gonna have a helmet on
Oh yeah.
because I had one on when I had to lay my bike down over here. That guy pulled out in front of me, and if I wouldn't have had a helmet on, I'd have died. It would have busted my head open at 35 miles an hour. It would have busted my head open because of the curve that was there. And I mean, I still got scars. Hell, I still got road rash scars all down my arms, my legs. And these guys wearing shorts and flip flops. Mm-hmm. Y'all dressed for the ride, but when something happens, everybody's like, I've been riding for 40 years. I don't need a helmet. It's not you that's been riding, it's everybody else around you that something
Mm-hmm.
happens and that happens to you. But it's crazy, bro. But we'll get everybody on our bikes and one day and maybe, you know, we'll all win the lottery or something. Shit, I don't know.
That'd be nice.
I don't even need the lottery. I want a bigger house. Me and Mel have been looking at houses too because we're like, they said this one was going to be a good first house, and it was a good first house, but we're outgrowing it quick.
Just
You know,
rent it out to Brian and move to your next house.
unfortunately, I cannot do that unless I turn around and refinance the home into an FSA zone.
Ah,
FSA because it's the VA and it has to be your primary residence. So I'd have to refinance, and I think FHA does too. Now the NADAU does not have to be your primary residence. I don't believe. But I would have to look all that up. I don't remember. I had to talk to the realtors and the bank people. There's so much into that real estate shit that I don't mess with it.
yep.
That's what the hell they get paid for. They're 6%, 3% actually, but 6% if they do both ends. So if they sell your house and they are the buyer or the seller and the buyer agent, they get 6%, and that is negotiable with a lot of real estate agents. Be like, look, I want you to buy and sell, and I'll do it for 5. Most of them, 6% ain't that's fine. But now, with having good credit, I'm trying to keep my credit around, under 700. And
Right.
everybody's like, damn, why? Because if I need something, I can increase it. Buy, it drops it back down, and then I don't have to pay Biden's stupid tax shit for having good credit. And that's the most ridiculous thing in the world. You're punishing people that can pay their fucking bills for people that can't. You know how hard it works? You're basically giving people that don't pay shit the credit that the people pay, So you're giving deadbeats that have scores of 215 fucking credit score. You owe everybody, even your fucking mom, dad, and mother-in-law and grand fucking great grandparents money, and your fucking great grandchildren money that ain't even born yet. You're gonna owe them money. Fuck. And you haven't paid anything back. And you don't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
You have no income.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to get a fucking house because this dude has a 750 credit score, and then they're going to take your shit, and then they're going to charge me money. Socialism at its best.
Yep. Well, brother, it's all. We've been at this almost 50 minutes.
That's fine. We can talk next week. I'm going to try to find that veterans page again and shit because it was interesting, and then we can
Yeah.
discuss that next week.
And I'll look up those other two things I was telling you about, and I'll see how to get on them and get them over to you.
Yeah,
Local news thing.
last week with mom, and then this week, and then this weekend we're gonna go put dad's brass plaque out at his funeral site, and then next week I'll be prepping because Mel has me and Mel are going to the CVMA meeting on the 15th, the 12th. All new teeth, buddy, on the front. Which is really, that's another thing that was really weird. I'm 100%. I choiced out on dental. Tri West, I went to the dentist, and Tri West told me, or the dentist told me, this is what they pay, and this
Mhm.
is what you owe. And I was like, oh. And they're like, yeah, this is your out of pocket. I was like, I'm 100% though. I mean, I don't mind paying because I can afford it. But
Mhm.
there's some vets that can't. How in the hell is that working? But they can't get their teeth fixed through the VA because they're messed up. But you want to outsource them, and then they got to pay their money.
Mhm.
Now, if they want like implants and stuff like cosmetic, it ain't gonna work. But like me, that needs stuff fixed, like shit, like fillings and stuff the dentist had in the army, 20 something years ago that have fell out, gonna fall out. They're not that great anymore. She's gonna do like crowns, and I think I've got one surgical extraction, and that's my most of my bill because they're only allowing me 2,100 out of it. But all the work is 37,000, 38,000. So I was like, I'm paying 2,100 for $30,000 worth of work in my mouth. I don't care. That's better than any insurance I can deal with. I even asked Mel, I was like, I might just put the shit on the damn her dental, but I don't think it works that way because it's only so much of the allowable. So I was
Mhm.
like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll pay 300 this one because they said I had to pay 300 for the first one because that's what all the stuff in there. And then it was like 00, 100, 100, and then like 1,400. And I was like, Jesus. I was like, you know what? That's fine though. Because on those hundreds and zeros, they said I can pay, like 200 or $300 when I go
Mhm.
in. And when it comes down to that 1,500, 1,400 and something dollars for the surgery or whatever, I'll have it knocked down to damn near like 300, 400 bucks. So I was like, that's not bad. I mean, shit,
No.
I'm okay with that
Yeah.
because I'm not going to be doing it every month anyway. I've
Yeah.
got to wait. It's going to be like this one, then I've got to wait like 2 months, and then I'll do this one, or a month, and then to do this one. Actually, I think I can do these pretty quick because I don't owe anything on them. So I'll go ahead and get these, and then I'll get these taken care of on the right side, and then I think they have a couple root canals on that left side. All they got to do, but just stuff fillings fell out of, and now it's like, oh yeah, but.
My job, I think, is about to go on mandatory overtime. We're looking at like 10 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Oh, I will talk to you. I don't. I'll have to ask Gene. I'll talk to Tess Ride about that Walmart thing. The one I got offered
Oh, that. Yeah, 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 yeah. That. I got you.
because that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
I mean, you're looking at $75,000 a year walking in the door,
yeah.
4 days a week, nights.
I could do that.
Yeah, it's like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Was it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or it's like Tuesday through Saturday or something? I don't know. It's some weird schedule, but I mean, it would work. I mean, damn,
Yeah.
dude, $35 an hour, walk in the door, go ahead and hire me. But I mean,
Yep.
I can't right now.
I know. Well, listen, brother, we gotta cut it off because I gotta go do something for my wife here.
Oh yeah, go do your honeydews. I'm fixing to get my ass in there, and I'm gonna get me something to eat and
All right, brother.
probably do some Call of Duty, bro.
Have a good one. Talk to you
All
later.
right, bye bye.